everybody, she's about to have my grandson. What do we do? And then she still didn't want to do.
What do you feel? It's
the
okay.
only rule I had for
let
her.
her speak, Mom.
Now I'm upset, and I'm like, you know what? I cannot believe my daughter is gonna allow this to happen.
And I couldn't believe your girlfriend jumped on me and I was pregnant.
So
she didn't jump on you. They didn't jump. They broke out windows. They hit me with a brick. I got hit in the back of the head.
What?
And I also stalked them.
The case began with a frustrated mother who had reached her limit. Ms. Coe appeared in court convinced that her teenage daughter Za was making reckless decisions and creating chaos around everyone involved. She also questioned whether Za's boyfriend, Mr. Boyce, was truly the father of 7-month-old Christian. Za strongly disagreed and insisted Boyce was the biological father. With a baby at the center of the conflict and years of family tension already simmering, the courtroom immediately felt emotionally charged.
This is the case of Coe versus Coe.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Today we have the case of Coe v. Coe, mother versus daughter. Miss Coe, you say you're here today because your daughter is an out-of-control teenager and she needs help. Furthermore, you claim that you have serious doubts that your daughter's boyfriend, Mr. Boyce, is the father of your 7-month-old grandson. You say Mr. Boyce has been a good...
Ms. Coe wasted no time explaining why she was concerned. She described a series of incidents involving Za's behavior, including fights and confrontations that had repeatedly placed her in difficult situations. One story particularly shocked Judge Lake. According to testimony, Za had physically confronted a police officer during an altercation. The judge was visibly surprised by the seriousness of the allegation. Rather than calming concerns, the discussion reinforced Ms. Coe's belief that her daughter's choices had become increasingly dangerous and unpredictable.
You have asked the court to order your mother to stop meddling in your life once and for all. Now, Ms. Coe, please tell the court why you're here today.
I'm here because my daughter is out of control. She has an issue with authority. She doesn't want to be told what to do, how to do, or why to do it.
Give me specific instances.
Okay, from fights at school, hitting a police officer, not once, but twice.
The conversation then shifted to an incident that caused significant damage to the family home. Ms. Coe claimed that after an argument, people arrived believing Za had been mistreated and responded violently. Property was destroyed, windows were shattered, and vehicles were damaged. The destruction occurred shortly before Ms. Coe was scheduled for surgery, making the experience even more devastating. Za denied encouraging anyone to commit acts of vandalism. Still, the consequences left lasting scars and became another source of conflict between mother and daughter.
Made a phone call saying I and my girlfriend had jumped on her because she still did not want to follow house rules. All I asked her to do was not disrespect the house. Don't bring the drama to the house.
I feel like that's not the truth.
You brought drama to the house.
That's not
You
the
made
truth.
a phone call saying my mother and her girlfriend just jumped on me.
As testimony continued, deeper emotional wounds began surfacing. Za explained that she felt abandoned by her mother at a very young age and believed her father had been the primary parent throughout her childhood. Ms. Coe strongly rejected that version of events and insisted she remained involved through visitation and continued efforts to stay connected. Their accounts could not have been more different. Judge Lake quickly realized that unresolved hurt from years earlier was still influencing every interaction between them today.
That's me standing on the porch trying to take a picture because now I'm upset and I'm like, you know what? I cannot believe my daughter is gonna allow this to happen.
And I couldn't believe your girlfriend jumped on me and I was pregnant. So
she didn't jump on you. They didn't jump. They broke out windows. They hit me with a brick. I got hit in the back of the head.
What?
And I also stalked them. I didn't think they was gonna do that to the house. I didn't say mess the house up.
The discussion then turned toward the environment in which Za spent much of her teenage years. Ms. Coe described a household where numerous friends frequently stayed for extended periods. According to her, the situation eventually became difficult to manage and lacked meaningful structure. Za argued that adults should have established stronger boundaries if they believed problems existed. Judge Lake observed that the circumstances created confusion and instability, conditions that often contribute to difficult situations later in life.
And so did you ever have a positive positive relationship?
No, not really.
Mama?
She's always been resentful.
I feel like I had
Always been
a
resentful.
good
Always been
relationship
resentful.
sometimes.
I'm not here to, you move them boys in our house.
If
It
y'all
wasn't
had a
just one
problem, y'all
boy.
would have put them out. If y'all had a problem, y'all would have enforced the rules
So-
and put them out. Did something.
When
I'm a
we
child,
found
like you
out
said.
that they
I'm a
were
child.
there,
If it was
what
a
did we
problem,
do?
you should have put them out.
Eventually, the focus shifted to the question that brought everyone to court. Za admitted she had been involved with another young man named Larry during a period when her relationship with Boyce was struggling. That revelation immediately validated some of Ms. Coe's concerns. According to testimony, Za had even acknowledged the possibility that Larry could be the father. Suddenly, the paternity issue became much more complicated. Boyce was no longer the only possible biological parent being discussed in court.
Everybody was living there. That was the hangout spot. That's where you go. You running away or you ain't got nowhere to stay. You gonna come there.
Now, you're hanging out with these guys. Are you hanging out just as friends, or are any of them more than friends? Are
One
you
of them
dating?
was the guy I was dating. The other one was just friends. They were dating my other two friends.
So that brings us to why we're here, because now you have a grandchild.
But it's not just one guy. That's what she's saying.
The emotional tone changed dramatically when Miss Coe described receiving a phone call from Za months later. By that point, Miss Coe had moved away, and their relationship remained strained. Then Za called unexpectedly. She was pregnant, frightened, and searching for support. As the memory resurfaced, the anger between them briefly gave way to vulnerability. For a moment, both mother and daughter seemed to remember that beneath the arguments, there was still a family struggling to reconnect.
Me, I was being real, and I said, I'm not gonna lie, but there is a possibility. This baby could be someone else. I didn't just say you're the father, you're the father. I said it's a possibility because I did do
But then,
something.
okay,
I did
see,
mess up, and I
private,
did slip
so you
and mess
did-
around with somebody else.
So you have a boyfriend now, and that boyfriend may or may not be the father of your child.
Judge Lake then asked Za what she wanted for Christian's future. Her answer revealed a different side of the young mother. Za explained that she wanted her son to have stability, guidance, and the involvement of both parents. She did not want him repeating the mistakes or hardships she felt had shaped her own upbringing. The response shifted the focus away from conflict and toward the child. It became clear that everyone in the courtroom ultimately wanted a better future for Christian.
I don't have anybody. She's about to have my grandson. What do we do? And then she
You seem
still didn't
emotional.
want
What
to do.
do you feel?
The
It's
only
okay.
rule I had for
let her
her.
speak, Mom. What do you feel, sweetie? Tell me. You needed your mom? That's okay. We all need our mom. You don't have to feel ashamed
And
about
I
that.
was there for you.
Attention soon turned to Mr. Boyce, the young man who had stepped into a fatherly role despite the uncertainty. As he approached the podium, his emotions were obvious. He spoke about his love for Christian and explained how caring for the child had changed his life. He also shared that his late mother had embraced Christian as her grandchild. The possibility that the baby might not be biologically his clearly weighed heavily on him throughout his testimony.
We're also going to help encourage you. Your mom feels your pain. And I know you may feel like she doesn't love you, but if you look over at her right now, she's crying your same tears because just like you love your child, she loves you. I know you brought a witness today, Mr. Boyce, am I correct? Jerome, could you please escort Mr. Boyce into the courtroom for us? I want to hear from him.
Judge Lake praised Boyce for his maturity and commitment. She noted that many people in similar situations arrive hoping to avoid responsibility, but Boyce appeared focused on being present for the child. His willingness to provide support despite unanswered questions earned respect throughout the court. At the same time, the judge acknowledged that his doubts were understandable. Wanting certainty did not make him uncaring. It simply reflected the difficult reality of the situation he faced.
Of this particular child, but we also know that this child is very important to you.
Yeah, he really is.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Please tell the court about that.
I feel like from the beginning I knew it was a possibility, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he made me grow more, you know what I'm saying, since he been around. Because my mom, she passed away. Once I told her about it, you know what I'm saying, she just, oh, that's my grandbaby.
When asked about those doubts, Boyce explained that he and Za were not consistently together during the period when conception likely occurred. He also referenced uncertainty surrounding protection and admitted he could not clearly remember every detail. His testimony highlighted the confusion surrounding the timeline. While he hoped Christian was his son, he recognized there were legitimate reasons to seek scientific confirmation before fully resolving the matter.
And I first want to commend you before we get any result of the man that you are, the man that you you are growing and becoming, the fact that you can give love to a child that does have uncertainty as it relates to who their father is, but that you understand that love can come from forms, fashions, and people.
Za quickly challenged parts of Boyce's account. She argued that his recollection of their relationship and their use of protection did not match her own memory. The exchange created another tense moment as both attempted to explain events from the past. Judge Lake listened carefully while trying to separate emotion from fact. The disagreement reinforced why a DNA test had become necessary. Their memories differed too dramatically for personal testimony alone to provide reliable answers.
I'm really, really proud of you. I really am. I want you to know that. And you know who else is? And as, you know, as much of a stand-up man, you know, you're being in this decision, in this situation, I should say, you're being a really mature individual.
With all testimony complete, Judge Lake summarized the situation. Za had acknowledged another possible father. Miss Coe had spent months demanding certain. Boyce had embraced responsibility while still carrying understandable doubt. The outcome would affect more than biology. Christian's emotional, financial, and family future could be influenced by whatever answer emerged. As the judge requested the envelope containing the results, the entire atmosphere inside the courtroom seemed to change.
I can't really say if I used it or not because I was under the influence, like tough.
So you don't remember if the sex you had was safe sex?
Yes.
And the defendant...
I know it wasn't, because the first time, even when you wasn't under the influence, you didn't use it.
Was you drunk?
What about the first time?
Was you drunk?
What about the first time?
Was you drunk?
No.
Okay, the first time, that was something else.
Did you use one? No. The second time? No. The third time? No.
The moment of truth had finally arrived. Za sat silent, knowing that years of family conflict and months of uncertainty were about to meet scientific evidence. Miss Coe appeared anxious despite her confidence that testing was necessary. Boyce looked emotionally invested regardless of the outcome. Judge Lake prepared to read the results that would answer the question everyone had been debating. In just a few seconds, speculation would end, and the truth would finally take its place.
When it comes to baby Christian, Mr. Boyce, you are not the father.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I'm still his father.